The 12 Guardian Shinobi arc is the worst arc in Naruto, or even one of the worst arcs in anime overall. It is a mess, a slow and insufferable mess. I would rather shit a cactus out than ever watch this absolute garbage ever again. I'm genuinely pissed off that nobody discusses its stupidity and only worship it because of the filler backstory of Asuma Sarutobi, which is the only good part of the arc, but still doesn't change the fact that it's absolutely horrendous. I am so glad this shit is filler and not canon to Naruto at all. Where do I even start? The plot sometimes feels like some sort of non-consensual rape fanfiction you'd find on the internet. It felt like the writers were either high as hell or held on gunpoint. The villains are either forgettable or make me feel rather uncomfortable than intimidated. You've got this leader who manipulates and weaponizes his own son for his sick ideologies. Some dumb fuck who's completely irrelevant to the whole plot and not even worth discussing about. Same goes for this "do you believe in life after love" looking ass individual. And a literal child predator. Yes, a child predator. I'm not even fucking joking when I say this. The story mostly revolves around this edgy and insufferable scumbag called Sora. He keeps bitching and moaning for no reason, starting shit because he feels like it. He is possibly one of the dumbest characters in all of Naruto as well. But my biggest issue with Sora isn't even that he's annoying or stupid. Naruto has had annoying characters before in the past. My problem is that the entire arc desperately tries to make him important, and yet he barely adds any value to the story. Sora feels like the writers took Naruto's backstory, removed everything that made it interesting, and stretched it across 15 episodes. He's angry, isolated, and possesses a dangerous chakra. Doesn't this sound familiar? The difference is that when Naruto acted recklessly, there was usually a clear emotional reason behind it. But with Sora, it often feels like he's hostile for the sake of being hostile. One episode he's trusting Naruto, the next he's fighting him, and then he's trusting him again. Instead of feeling conflicted, he feels inconsistent. That scene with the sweet potatoes is probably the best example. You're in an area with your team and a few grave robbers to be the only ones located in. You get separated and you decide to casually sit down and eat with a stranger who somehow knows your name? The sweet potato scene isn't just ridiculous because Sora sits down with a suspicious stranger. It's ridiculous because he gets there by completely abandoning Sakura. They're supposed to be working together, trying to find the rest of their team that got separated, and Sora just wanders off on his own because he feels like it. Think about how insane that is for a second. You're a shinobi in the middle of a mission, your teammate is relying on you, there are grave robbers in the area, then you meet some random guy who somehow knows who you are, and instead of immediately being suspicious, you decide to have a casual conversation with him eating sweet potatoes. Not only does Sora abandon his teammate, he ignores every red flag imaginable.
Nigga, you fucking suck! I ain't never said you was nice, nigga. I ain't even want you on the team. Fuck is you talking about, bitch? Want your son? You're a pretty boy ass, prima donna ass nigga who worried about the way his uniform look instead of worried about the way his game look. Fuck you, you mock ass trick.
The scene doesn't make him look rebellious or independent, it makes him look unbelievably careless. The worst part is that this isn't some small character moment, it's a perfect example of the problem with Sora throughout the entire arc. He keeps making decisions that feel less like natural character choices and more like the writers forcing the plot to move in a specific direction. Sora takes up a huge amount of screen time in an arc that should have been focused on Asuma and the 12 Guardian Shinobi. As much as I dislike Sora, he's not even the worst part of the entire arc. No, there's worse, way worse. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to this weird and disgusting character that has ever been created in Naruto, who surprisingly makes Orochimaru look like the most innocent character, Fuka. This exact character makes me question what the fuck the writers were thinking. Fuka is one of the main villains of the arc, and her ability is draining chakra through a kiss. Already a weird concept, but whatever, Naruto has had stranger abilities before, I guess. The problem is that the person she's using her ability on is Naruto, who is still 15 years old during this arc, and she's a grown woman pushing 30.
Nah, fuck that shit! This nigga is a fucking pedophile!
And this isn't some romantic scene. Naruto is literally still a minor and he's being kissed against his own will. He does not even consent. What makes it even stranger is the way the anime presents it. Instead of treating it as something disturbing, it feels like the show wants the audience to think it's funny and silly. That's the part that loses me completely. It's fucked up how they try to make a grown-ass woman sexually assaulting a minor look like a silly joke. And before anyone says,
"She only does it to drain his chakra, it's not sexual,"
that does not explain why it had to be written that way. Also, how about their second fight? When she managed to knock Naruto out, she went in for another kiss. At that point, Fuka was already aware that she cannot kill him with her Reaper kiss, and she still did it.
現実にいる必要がどこにある。いい加減こっちへ来い。
This isn't about taking his chakra anymore. This is her doing this shit for the love of the game, just for the fuck of it. Let's also not forget about the time she said this in her first fight with Naruto.
Oh, don't run away yet. I want to teach you about the mysteries of the female body. Come here.
Studio Pierrot could have made her absorb chakra through her hands, through a curse mark, through a weapon, hell, through literally any supernatural Naruto bullshit they wanted. But no, they specifically went with this fan service slop. Then again, I'm not even surprised since this is made by the same studio that has completely butchered Sakura's character, but willingly animated a scene of Hinata being naked. Mind you, she was 13 years old at that time. Fuka doesn't come across as threatening to me or memorable in a good way. Every time she shows up, I'm just wondering why this character even exists. The scene itself isn't the only thing that disturbed me, it was the reaction to it. I expected at least some discussion about how weird this whole thing is, but no. Instead, I have found people downplaying Fuka's actions, or even straight up fetishizing it. You cannot imagine the pure disappointment I had on my face. I have seen a lot of people say the most fucked up shit about that scene of Fuka molesting Naruto, like how he is quote unquote lucky, or how they desperately want to be in his position. Some shit you would hear from the average Invincible fanboy about Anissa. I have rarely seen anybody point out how messed up Fuka is as a character, and only saw people romanticizing and fetishizing her actions. Some dumb fuck even pointed out that it's quote unquote not so deep because she's a villain. Do you have the slightest idea how little that narrows it down? At this point, if you removed Fuka from the arc entirely, I genuinely think the story would improve. Also, another thing for you gooners out there, this is what you guys are beating your Johnsons to, by the way.
So take a damn look. Take a damn look!
So, after sitting through all 15 episodes of the 12 Guardian Shinobi arc, what did I think about this arc? Did I like it? Did I find it decent in any way?
Absolutely fucking not.
What type of fucking air was Studio Pierrot breathing when they wrote this shit? I honestly think this is one of, if not the weakest arcs in Naruto, not because it's filler. Naruto has filler arcs that are far more entertaining than this shit. Between Sora being a moron and leaving barely any value to the plot, which makes me want to headbutt a wall, to Fuka sexually assaulting minors, which makes me want to cannibalize a random hooker outside, the pacing of this arc has skull-fucked my will to live. It should have been reduced to like 5 or 6 episodes. Still, I admit there are moments where you can see the potential this story had. The feud between Asuma and Kazuma is actually interesting, same goes for the conflict of the Land of Fire and the history of the 12 Guardian Shinobi. Yet the arc keeps dragging us back to Sora's personal drama, and by the end of it I still don't feel like he earned all that attention. That's why Sora frustrates me. He steals the spotlight from far more interesting characters while giving barely anything in return. If you enjoyed this arc, that's completely fine, that's good for you, but as for me, this is an arc I never plan on revisiting again. Now, before I end the video, I just want to thank everyone who's still watching. I know this video took way longer to come out than it should have. The original version got absolutely destroyed by the copyright moderation, and majority of the footage I needed ended up getting removed. It was frustrating, especially the fact that it took months to make. I'm not even kidding, it took months. But I still wanted to get this video finished because I've been wanting to return to making media discussion videos for a while now. Looking back at some of my older videos, the spectacular Spider-Man ones, as cringe as they are now, I still had a lot of fun making them. Hopefully I can be more active in the future. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you guys think about the 12 Guardian Shinobi arc in the comments below. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it as well? Or do you think I'm completely insane? Either way, I'll see you all in the next video, if there ever will be one.
That's where he got shot at. Oh, sleep well. Sleep well. Sleep well. Go f your dead homie. Nigga, I get sturdy on his grave. Go f your dead homie. He died right here. Shut your ass up. That nigga burning in hell. You got the nerve to put some crosses right here. That nigga in hell burning.